Hello everyone, welcome back to Dreambound. I don't think we're through the prologue yet, but that's okay, we're gonna rock and roll. We're walking home with August, our new transfer student friend, and Kane, our childhood friend, question mark, I'm not sure, I don't know, we'll see. So, as the sound of traffic dimmed, so too did the sound of the wilderness, it's over! So too did the sound of wilderness begin to settle around the trio. Hello. August looked around in wonder with wide eyes. It's beautiful. This really is a beautiful town. I'm sure you've lived in much cooler places out here. Then out here, nothing ever happens. Nothing ever changes. Well, I've lived a lot of places, but nothing like this. I'm jealous you get to see this every single day. Well, we can walk this way together again if you want. Not much of a choice if we're all walking the same way. Thanks, Kane. Kane cut into the conversation, taking a few steps to walk ahead of the other two. The ground was uneven, stones that once made up the broken path, now reclaimed by nature. Noah and Kane had traversed this terrain all their lives. Oh, so we are childhood friends. Slay. August, on the other hand, watched the ground carefully, cautious for anything he could trip on. The ground's a little uneven, so be careful. I can see that, Noah. If you need a hand. Wah! Before Noah could even finish his sentence, August stumbled over a tree root that had forced itself out of the ground. He fell straight forward towards the edge. With light speed, Noah grabbed August's hand and quickly pulled him back onto the path. Are you okay? Wow, that was close. I'm fine, totally fine. I should have watched where I was going. Yeah, no, road looks bananas, brother. Thank you, Noah. What have I done without you? Fall, probably. Honestly, wouldn't even be here. It's no big deal, just be more careful. I will. Try, at least. Noah looked down at where his hand was wrapped around August. I need a minute, hold on. Okay. It felt warm. I'm sure it did. Warm and comforting. You just met this nerd. This morning. Like you just met him. Girl, have some standards, please. He blinked a few times, staring at the place they had connected. Oh, sorry, I got a little distracted. I'm sure you did. Noah quickly ripped his hand away and rubbed at the back of his neck. Kane turned away from the scene and continued to walk onwards. August, ever with a smile on his face, raced to catch up. Quick, Noah, before we get left behind! We're nearly there. See that river over there? I don't know if he's being a good friend or if he's being jealous. I still just can't tell. Well, a river as well? Once you reach the river, you know you're nearly home. See over there, through the trees? This really was a shortcut. In the summer, you can swim there, too. If I'm here in the summer, then we should go together. I don't like you. I don't know why. I can't pin my finger on why I don't like you, but I don't. Finally, they found themselves in the front of their houses. Kane waved off the other two and left quietly, which Noah found unlike him. It's... Noah wanted to say something, but he couldn't think of what. Well, see you tomorrow. Do you want to walk to school together tomorrow? Oh, yeah, that would be cool. August smiled again, soft and sweet. I'm glad. See you tomorrow, Noah. Noah found himself locked in place as he watched August walk back towards his house. It was only a few minutes later, but he managed to snap. A few minutes later? You've been standing there for a few minutes? Okay. But he managed to snap out of it and enter his home. Girl, good plan. Dang, this place is nice. There ain't no roaches and nothing. Welcome home, dear. Did you have a good day at school? I don't know why I gave her that hoity-toity voice, but I felt like I needed to. Yeah, it was alright. Let me take a quick look at your notes. I want to make sure you're doing your work. Why would I not be? I did it. You don't need to check them. I left them at school anyway. Bring them home tomorrow, do you understand? Why? Do what your mother tells you. Wow, so we got a strict household. Great, fun. His father grunted from the sofa, still dressed in his suit from a hard day at work. Noah knew he couldn't argue with either of them. Fine, whatever. Did you notice someone moved in next door? They both freeze up as if uncomfortable the subject was mentioned. Yes, unfortunately. There's a new guy in my class today, actually. We walked home together. No, he shouldn't be spending time with someone like that. What? Why? Just listen to your mother. But why? He seems nice. My dear, you only have to look at them to realize, well, they don't exactly fit around here, do they? How to say it? There's no woman in their house. I worry they're a little too feminine-leaning themselves, if the father is anything to go by. It's not a good idea for you, to be associated with someone like that. Oh, so you're homophobic. Great, got it. I don't know what you're trying to say. The boy's father turned up on our doorstep yesterday. Don't know how someone like him managed to afford a place here, but they obviously don't belong. Photography. He should be getting a real job. Oh, so they're those people. Okay, great. That's right, they don't look like they have any money to be here. So we sent him off. I don't want to be embarrassed in front of my neighbors. So that makes me wonder if the reason why he said that he doesn't have the luxury of buying a water bottle or something like that is because his parents are really strict. Like, they don't let him go anywhere. That would be my guess. He came to say hi and you threw him out? You don't need to put it like that, dear. If their son's anything like their father, then you need to steer clear of them. Something's not quite right. Wouldn't be surprised if either one of them batted for the wrong team, you understand? Okay, actually, I love August. He's really my favorite character. I enjoy his presence deeply. He's my favorite, and I'm not suspicious of him at all. No. He's perfect. Just because you don't like him, now I've officially decided he's my favorite character, so I don't like you, dweeb. Noah frowned at their words, but no buts. Ugh. Upset, Noah stormed out of the room. Dang, this room is nice. Sorry. God, they make me so angry. Noah dropped his backpack to the floor and pulled out his sketch pad. Filled with anger, he lazily scribbled lines all over the page. Why do they have to care so much about how they're seen? Maybe I should go apologize to them. Don't apologize to them. They don't deserve it. Ugh, for some reason, one comment stuck in his head. They think August would like guys? I mean, he doesn't really seem like he would. They didn't even meet him. But it wouldn't matter if he did. I wonder if he does. His mind kept turning in circles, spinning and spinning, while the pencil dragged harshly along the paper, until finally the lead snapped. Oh, we finished chapter 1. Well... Oh no, we're in chapter 1. Alone. It was an inescapable fact. He was unlovable, detestable, undesirable. Nothing he did could help him to escape that. No matter where he went, those eyes filled with hate would follow him. Their gazes would burn him alive wherever he stood. Their words would pierce him like blades, stabbing down at his very core. His essence would darken and crumble away into nothingness. You deserved it, they would say. If you listened to us, this wouldn't have happened, they would scream. Why couldn't you be normal? A cry would sound. Even here, far beyond where those words could find him. He would still feel them in his chest, in his mind, in his heart. He'll always be alone. Well, that's not true. Always. No one could love you. No one else could put up with you. So just curl up into a ball and die already. I know this is how some people feel, so... Die. Dang, that's crazy. Just die. Noah slowly opened his eyes. He sat in front of an easel. On it, a new canvas, still blank. His eyes darted back towards the painting that had appeared the night before. Can I see it? Where is it? A nightmare, disgusting, warped, a reflection of a father who would never love his son, who could never love his son. It was beautiful. It was everything he had wished for. He stood from his place, stretching out his sore shoulders. His bones creaked and ached from years of being bent over in his work. Absent-mindedly, he picked up the remote and turned on the TV. Background noise, white noise to fill the void where he had been left empty. But for some reason, he found his eyes trained on the screen. We now have permission to share the imagery of the strange markings that have been appearing on the bodies of the deceased. On the screen, a man laying with eyes closed, never to be reborn. Vines wrapped around his arms, trailing up his throat, and finally growing onto his face. They centered on a flower in the middle of the man's forehead. Beauty and death. This man was found in his home late last night. Previously, his wife was found in the same condition. Oh, okay. So it's like a serial killer or what? Police are still investigating whether foul play was involved. Cameras zoomed out to show the rest of the man's face. Noah froze. His eyes traveled to his painting, then back to the screen. It was his father. There was no doubt about it. What? Without a second thought, Noah jumped to his feet and approached the TV. He held onto it tight, searching for some kind of answer. Was he sad his father was gone? No. But what I saw last night... So far, the police have not shared any leads. We'll keep you updated as the case unfolds. Is it possible? Did he die because of what happened yesterday? This is some Catherine business, if you know what I'm saying. This is very Catherine reminiscent. But it wasn't really him, just a shadow in a dream. These worlds swirled around in his head, threatening to consume him. Questions surfaced one after another, but he couldn't think of a single answer. He felt as if he was going crazy. I need to talk to someone, anyone. But who would understand? Who would care? Kane? He's still there. Hello? He had nobody after all. What, is Kane like chopped liver to you? Like, what? Girl? Call him. Kane. Noah grimaced at the thought. What do you mean, grimaced? Why are you sleeping on Kane like that? I'm about to get you. All I did was push him away. All I did was make him leave, and now he needed him. What did I do with my phone? You put it in the trash, I think? He searched high and low before remembering he put it in the bin. With a sigh, he reached in and managed to find it. He switched it on. 11 missed calls from his father. He deleted the records and instead tried to call Kane. Your service has been disconnected. Please visit us at... Fuck. Noah hung up quickly before slamming his phone down. Bills. It was always bills. The money he had saved was reaching its end. Kane, why aren't you here when I need you? He's probably at work. Of course he is. Noah glanced towards his front door. For a moment he wondered what life would be like if he had a job, a family that cared, colleagues, friends, a life, perhaps a lover or a pet. Before he realized it, his hand was on the doorknob, his palms were sweaty, mom's spaghetti, and his breath was shaky. I'm not scared. It's not scary, I just hate it. At first he wasn't scared. He withdrew because he hated it. He hated other people, hated their fake happiness. Hated that they had found futures that were taken from him. He knew that they were all liars, cheats, backstabbers. But now it had been too long. How many years since he'd last walked in the sunlight? Too many. Still, he turned that doorknob and stepped out into the bright light. Yeah, I'm confused. Oh, pretty. A mirage of happiness spread before Noah. Sunlight fell on his face. In the distance, a dark storm cloud rolled out. He raised a hand to cover his eyes, unused to the light. It's giving bad. He thought it would feel good, the sun on his face after so long. But it didn't. It felt wasted on him. Girl, therapy, please, go see it. Do it. His eyes glued to the ground. Noah walked down the sidewalk, careful not to meet anyone's gaze. He wandered and wandered, every step further from his home, his comfort, making his heart beat even faster. I think I know where Kane works. I should know the way. His uneasy steps continued. A group of teenagers came barreling down the path. He held his breath as they went past, waiting for them to say something to him. Girl, why would they? Does anyone even know you? Only when they passed could he breathe again. He walked and then walked some more, then just for good measure, walked further. At this point, he was sure he was walking in circles. Every street, every shop, every house looked like the last. He thought he knew where Kane worked, but he didn't. As it turned out, he knew very little about Kane anymore. Overwhelmed with the sights and sounds, he crouched down to the ground, covering his face with his arms. Oh, well, that's a sudden rainstorm. Dang. At that exact moment, the heavens opened. Noah was torn between staying here where he was and finding cover, but in the end his legs wouldn't move. They couldn't. They made the decision for him. I'm so stupid. Why did I leave? If I'd just waited, he would have come over eventually. It's all just a stupid coincidence. My parents' death, the marking on my dad's forehead, it means nothing. Kane would just laugh at me if he could see me now. I sincerely doubt that. A group of businessmen walked by him, chatting and laughing. Noah couldn't help but look away, embarrassed by himself. Look at him. Do you think he's homeless? That or a druggie. Better stay away. Can you guys stop judging people? Oh my god. They laughed at him. Well, shut up. He thought he was used to those words, but they still hurt. Noah looked up in time just to lock eyes with the one person he was hoping to see. You guys go on ahead. Kane's gonna go buy some drugs. Good luck, man. Can you get your friends to suck less? Kane ignored the others, jogging over to where he doesn't look. He just looks depressed. Girl, y'all are rude. And snobby. And I don't like you, so. Gear. Kane ignored the others and jogged over to where Noah was still crouched on the pavement. He quickly tipped his umbrella to cover Noah. Noah, what are you doing out here? What's wrong? Kane, I was looking for you. You should have called. It's just lucky I happened to be walking past. My phone's dead. I didn't pay the bill. Right, sorry, I should have guessed. My parents are dead. That's crazy. Not just one, both of them. What? Kane's face said all the words he couldn't think to say. No, I'm so sorry. I know you didn't have the best relationship, but how do you feel? About them being dead? Nothing. Even if you hate them, I'm sure you're not feeling nothing right now. I can't even say I hate them. It's been too long. I'm just burnt out. I don't have any energy to hate them anymore. No. With a frown, Kane helped Noah to his feet, brushing off his clothes. Dang, that goes crazy. Let me walk you home. Can we talk on the way? Wait, we can talk on the way, okay? Noah nodded, unsure of where to start. It's not just about them being dead, it's how they died. It might sound crazy, but the world collapsed around them. As they disappeared, someone else stepped into the place they had just been. Oh, hi. I did see you. Oh. Or we're somewhere else again. Oh. Falling. That familiar feeling that could be felt in the pit of Noah's stomach. That feeling he hated. Just when he thought he'd be stuck in that limbo forever, he suddenly stopped. Oh, this is different and pretty. Okay. Fields rolled on for miles and miles, a landscape that, while entirely natural, looked anything but. Noah stood up from the grass. Beside him, Kane did the same. What the? Where are we? Kane's eyes were wide as he searched around the landscape for anything he could recognize. Of course he couldn't find anything, because this wasn't a place he'd ever been before. It was far more removed from the reality Kane knew. Before Noah could begin to explain, his arms were suddenly ripped from his sides and shoved roughly behind his back. 2 clicks sounded, and they were locked behind him. Trespassers this far into the kingdom? We best throw them straight into jail. If the king finds out, he'll be furious. Jail? King? I think you misunderstand. We're just... Silence! A guard pushed him forward, causing King to stumble. Noah noticed his arms were also being handcuffed behind his back. We're not from here. This is a mistake. Shut up, vermin. Dang, he's crazy with the vermin. Noah, start explaining. We're inside someone's dream. Have you eaten something funny? Look, I know I sound insane, but just look around you. Do you really think I'm lying? Do you think I have the energy to lie to you right now? Something happened, I'm sure. You brought us here? No, I didn't. And that's what I'm so confused about. My bad. Selective reading goes crazy. I don't want to be here. I wouldn't choose to come here. But lately I've been dragged into dreams repeatedly without choice. It never used to happen like this. Kane's face had long since drained of color. The guards marched forward, pushing them towards the castle. They ignored the words of the men dressed in strange clothes, deciding they were obviously crazy. Then, by it never used to happen like this, you mean? Ever since we were in high school, I've been able to do it, enter dreams. How? Why? I don't know. I have no clue. Why didn't you tell me? Well, Kane, I'm gonna be honest, you know, love you, bro, but, like, this is the one thing that I'm like, yeah, I don't think I would go around telling people that I can just go into people's dreams. It's giving insanity, it's giving crazy, it's giving, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have believed him. Oh, okay, yeah, let's get defensive instead of being like, I didn't think you'd believe me. Because I wouldn't think someone would believe me if I said that. Why do I have to tell you everything? Kane looked away, hurt by his words. How do we leave? You can leave once the dreamer is happy for you to leave. Then what do we do? What happens if they're not happy? Then they wake up and we, I don't know, die, I guess. Huh? Which wouldn't be the worst thing to happen for you. No, I'm not gonna die in a place like this. Then we better work out whose dream this is. Well, maybe I could if my arms weren't handcuffed. Hey, let us go. They marched Kane and Noah up to the castle as the two shrugged against the captors. It's over. We're dying here. It's so over. The corridors twisted and turned, filled with darkness and stale air. Their footsteps echoed through the empty space as they walked between sets of bars. Dang, we're in jail now. Noah glanced from cell to cell. In some, the people sulking about the shadows, tracking their movements. In others, Noah would have been surprised if the inmates weren't already long dead. Skin hung from their bodies, much too scrawny to support their lives any longer. They laid in their cells, unmoving. Noah, this doesn't feel like a dream. It feels real. Because we're actually here. Our bodies aren't in the real world anymore. The guards finally stopped their march, pulling on Kane and Noah's handcuffs. The metal bit into their wrists, leaving deep red marks that ached. Go ahead and rot in there. Whoever's dream this is a stinker. Sorry, sneeze. The handcuffs fell from their wrists with a click, and their backs were shoved hard against a blunt object. The hilt of a sword, Noah guessed. Bleh. They stumbled forward, landing in a cell. The bars were swiftly slammed behind them, and the door locked with a key. Bleh. We got locked in jail. It's over for us. Hey, don't we get a trial or something? Don't ignore me. Come back here. Crap. Behind them, they hung the key from a hook, just out of reach of the cell. As if to tease them with freedom. Noah, this isn't good. You don't say. This is your fault. Don't quit playing. Quit playing. Can you delete the attitude, Noah? You have such an attitude for someone who stinks as much, okay? Noah cast his eyes around the cell until they came in contact with something. Not something. Someone. A man sat leaning against the stone wall, chains keeping him from moving. Every cell in Noah's body froze. Not him. Why does it have to be him? Kane's eyes followed Noah's before they settled on the man. Is that Mr. Floyd? Sure looks like it. So it's his dream? Probably. What do you want me to do? I'll handle it. Wait, before either of us do any handling, can we talk for a minute? Sure, because we have time to spare. Just a minute, please. Noah crossed his arms, waiting for the questions to start. Why are we pulled in here out of nowhere? I have no clue. Like I said, it never happened like this before. Every other time, it was by choice, which makes yesterday even stranger. What about yesterday? Noah weighed it up in his mind, wondering whether he should tell Kane or not. Eventually, he decided to tell him the truth. Noah, as time goes on, I don't like you either, buddy. I'm telling you this now. As time goes on, I don't like you either. I stopped coming into dreams years ago. Then, yesterday, just like this, I was pulled into one. It was my father's dream, I think. And I saw him get shot, and then this morning he turned up dead. What? His eyes went wide. Are they connected? I don't know, maybe. Those markings that have been appearing. People dying in dreams. That's what I came to talk to you about. Anyway, let's just work on getting out of here, okay? Cade nodded in response. It's definitely giving, in a very different way, like the Catherine idea, where like if you die in your sleep, you die in real life. Which I think that's just a folklore story thing. I'm not really certain where it comes from, but yeah. Noah slowly approached the man, one step at a time. Eventually, he looked up from the ground and stared hard at Noah. Noah? Noah flinched. Of all the people he wished to see, this man the least. Mr. Floyd, we need to get you out of here. Out? No, I can't leave. Won't leave. Too scared. Why are you talking like that? There's nothing to be scared about. This is a dream. You have the ability to alter it at your will. Come on, let's go. No, I can't. Fine. What are you scared of? The shadowy figure. He has a gun. Alarm bells rung in Noah's mind. He looked back towards Cain, who was already frowning. No one's gonna hurt you. He shook as if he was gonna burst into tears at any moment. Noah sighed. Looks like I'll have to do this the hard way. Then let me help you. You'll help me? After everything? What happened? What's the lore? What's the drama? I feel like I'm missing something. And it's not even like a small something. I think it's an important something. Let me know the tea. Okay, whatever. Yes, just stay there while I work out how to get you unbolted. Then we'll leave together. Wait, Noah, I want to... Noah turned his back, uninterested in wherever this conversation was going. I don't have any use for your apologies. If it were up to me, I'd leave you here to rot. But Cain doesn't deserve to share that fate. Get him unbolted. Get the door unlocked. This should be interesting. What do? We get him out of here, and then we'll be able to leave. You make that sound way too easy. Oh, it won't be. We're in a hurry, too, if he wakes up. Oh, it's over. Please don't give me a puzzle that's timed. I'll cry. Save. Right, let's look around. Is this a puzzle? Oh, it's over. We're gonna die. Oh, no. Oh, I'm actually looking around. Hello. Oh, okay. Work. What's this? Maybe it is supposed to be standing. Standing proudly next to the worn-down bed was a wooden bedside table. On top, a small candle bolted to the surface. Noah approached it carefully before reaching down to touch the surface. Clean. What's in the drawer? Let's find out, shall we? Grabbing onto the handle, Noah pulled it gently, but it refused to budge. I think it's locked. What kind of person lets their prisoners have a locked drawer? This one, apparently. I suppose if anything's fair game in a dream. Let's find something to unlock it with. Noah turned to the chained-up man, still stuck to the wall, but he refused to look back at him. Hey, what's in here? Just leave him. He obviously doesn't want to talk to us. Okay. Dubious bucket. There really is no way to get around... There really is no way to get around looking at it, is there? Holding his nose, Noah peered over the edge of the bucket. A murky liquid sat still inside. There's obviously no way I'm putting my hand in there. Well, I dibs not. How old are you? The last time I checked, 24. Me being hilarious aside, do you really think there would be something hidden in there? I wouldn't put it past him. Why don't we leave this as a last resort? Yeah, probably a good idea. Unless you'd rather stick your hand in there. No, let's just leave it for now. Okay, let's do the bed then. A chamber port. With an unsteady heart, Noah looked towards the large bed that sat at the center of the room. It's giving table, but sure. Pretty much what I'd expect from a medieval prison bed to look like. Guess I'll check it just in case. I'm not too excited about digging through someone's used bedding, though. Want me to do it? Noah blinked in surprise for a moment before nodding. That man is into you. There's no way he's not. It was Cain he was with, after all. He'd always been the kind of person who'd happily take the jobs no one else wanted to do. So either he's a people pleaser or he's into you. It doesn't seem to be much here. In the pillow? He felt through the pillowcase, eyes going wide. Nice thinking. He pulled out something small and metallic, a screwdriver. How do you get this in here anyway? Probably watched one too many TV shows and thinks everyone has a screwdriver hidden in their cell. Well, that works for me. Hopefully he dreamt up somewhere we can use this thing too. Cain quickly handed the screwdriver over to Noah, his hand lingering on the other man's for just a moment before he pulled back. I know how to read between the lines. Puzzle box. What's this? What's that on the front? Noah turned the hexagon-shaped knobs, but nothing seemed to happen. It looks like it's missing a button. Probably no point in messing with this until we can fix it. Okay. Oh, what's this? It's giving math. Don't make me do math. I realized after I said it, I was like, Noah knelt down to the ground by the wall, peering at something that had been scratched into the stone. There's something here. Let me take a look at it. Kneeling down by Noah's side, he glanced at the numbers marked on the wall. What exactly is that supposed to mean? Good question. Let's keep this in mind. It's giving math, if I'm honest. Ball and chains. 2 metal balls hang from the ceiling, motionless, without even a breeze to see them sway. In a far-off cell, someone dragged their life-deprived body over the hard stone ground, slowed by the ball and chains strapped to their ankles. They collapse, the last light in their eyes finally disappearing. Maybe this is where I belong. I'm gonna get you. There's about to be live footage of me getting you. I hope you know that. Outside the bars, various voices can be heard. Some were barely more than whispers, fleeting words never to be discovered. Others were screams and shouts, the sound of those never to be released, begging for freedom. Even if these people aren't real, this isn't right. Unless you feel like staying here with them, we need to get out of here. That's all well and good to say, but there's a thick set of bars stopping us from leaving. Noi, be quiet in there. A guard walked past, bashing the hilt of his sword against the metal bars. Kane and Noah jumped back in surprise. Seeing someone with a sword wasn't on my bingo card for the day. Just outside the bars, the keys hung on a hook by a rope. Out of reach, the rope trailed down to the group, begging to be pulled on. The keys are hanging right there. If we could just reach them from this far away. Maybe there's something in here we could use to grab it with. I suppose it'll be more difficult than that, though. Hey, what's that? Kane pointed towards the ground of the metal bars where a piece of paper sat. That wasn't there before. Quickly, grab it. Yoink! Looking back and forth, quickly, for any more guards, Noah peered at the paper that had been just dropped outside the cell. Stretching his arms out between the metal bars, Noah reached out far enough to touch it with his fingertips. Kane watched over his shoulder, inspecting the newly acquired item. Girl, I can't read that. Schedule. William 7-1, Edward 4-8, Henry 2-6, Raldo 1-7. It's a schedule? It looks like it. 7-1, 4-8, 6-2, sorry, 2-6, 1-7. But who knows what time it is now anyways? Maybe it means something. Let's just hope the guards won't be breathing down our necks while we're trying to, escape. Beyond the barrier, keeping the three inside the cell from freedom, a hollow noise sounded, metallic in nature. A shiver ran down Noah's back as it echoed through the prison, the source unknown. Oh, why is it rolling backwards? Hello? What? Why is it rolling back? Hello? Okay, weird. Yeah. For now, let's just take another look around. Okay, well, we have a screwdriver and then the notes. Can I get in here with the screwdriver? Oh, no. Oh, no. The clinking of the metal on metal continued in the background, ever present. Somewhere in the prison, a whip dug into the flesh of an inmate. There was a scream. The scream was inaudible. I wonder if we could just force the drawer open. Here, let me have a try. Kane quickly took the screwdriver and went to work, but no matter how much he tried, it refused to budge. Jesus, what's this drawer made out of? I suppose the dream has a specific way to open it. Nothing else will work. Fine, let's keep looking. Okay. You're making me nervous. You're making me nervous. Why do we have to dream about it down to the detail like this? A sniffle came from behind, and Noah tried his best to ignore it. Girl, knock it over. You don't have to put your hand in it, just tip it over. Oh, it's over. Like, I don't know what you want from me, if I'm honest. Rotating the box, Noah carefully checked for anything suspicious. Nothing. You can at least imagine puzzles. These puzzles a little more easily cheated. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay. What about here? What now? Nothing. It's just a hunch, but I feel like these numbers are related to the ones on the schedule. You think? How? I haven't worked it out yet. Oh my god. It's over. Guys, I'm bad at puzzles. Is there anywhere to look? Like, can I look elsewhere? Oh. How did this happen? Hold on. I'm trying to see if there's a font that helps me read stuff a little better. Yeah. The words are just so small. I genuinely don't know what to do now. I just have a schedule and a screwdriver. Sitting down, the guard's schedule on the table. Noah glanced around the room. This dream really does suck. Of all the ones to be forced into, I thought you said they were all bad. They are, but this one's particularly bad. Why? What do you want me to do? I wonder if we could take down these weights. What for? If all else fails, we could just break a wall down. Let's leave that to a last resort. I don't want you to hurt yourself. Kane, I need you to lock in, okay? I need you to lock in. There's really not a lot to look at in this room. Bed, bars. Okay. Kane stared down at the piece of paper in his hands, his eyes following the letters closely. It's so strange, isn't it? What is? These names, these people, they're not even real, but they exist here. I can't wrap my head around it. You get used to it, but sometimes I can't even tell the difference between what's real or fake. Hey, Noah. Yeah? Have you ever... Maybe it doesn't matter. Just spit it out already. Have you ever seen anyone you know here? Dude, I just saw that nerd of a teacher. I know him. Not for a long time. Sorry. Guys, it's over. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. Can I use a screwdriver on the bed? I don't know what I'm taking apart. Okay. Probably sat here and chipped away at the wall with the screwdriver slowly over time, or was already here when the dream started, who knows. It's been a long time since I last saw him. Yeah, me too. I wonder if he still teaches. I heard he quit after, you know. You can just say it. After he was fired because of me. What happened? It wasn't your fault. He started it with what he did. He got what he deserved. Do you ever wish something worse happened to him? Always. Noah. You know, you never told me what he said to your parents. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm just trying anything. With his screwdriver in one hand and his will to live very quickly diminishing, Noah turned towards the bucket. Just push it over. I guess there's no choice. Just push it over. It's a bucket of liquid. Just push it over and have it push outside of the thing. Or pick it up and throw it. Use this if you need to. Dang. What's the plan here? Unscrew it? And let the contents spill all over the floor? No. I'm just gonna check if there's actually anything in there. Just throw it outside of the cell, girl. Or like in the corner or something. Ugh. The screwdriver dipped into the murky liquid deeper and deeper until it hit something with a soft twang. There is something in there. Oh? I'm still not sticking my bare hand in that thing. I don't know what's in there. I think I could take a guess. Please don't. Okay, then tape it over. Girl, if you don't tape it over real quick, I'm about to get you. Gear. He's not helping me out right now. Oh, I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I don't know what to do now. I thought this was gonna do something. Because we need what? We need a key. Just knock it over. Am I crazy? The room outside the cell was dark and musty. The smell of moss, like long-forgotten secrets, drifted through the air. There was something else, something more sinister, but Noah decided against taking notice of it. He looked down at the piece of paper in his hand, skeptical. No use throwing it back out there, I suppose. All that dialogue for nothing. Girl. I'm gonna pause until I find something. Hold on. Okay. No, I didn't find anything, in case you're wondering. I was just thinking about what I haven't done, and this was something I haven't done. So, Noah. What? Kane balled up the piece of paper in his hand, a habit of his when he becomes anxious about something. I was just thinking, you know. No, I don't know. Well, if you let him finish, you would know. Don't interrupt him. I was just thinking it's nice to see you a little more active. What's that supposed to mean? I just mean it's the first time I've seen you leave your house in how long? And that's none of your business. I'm just happy, alright? I've just wanted this for you for so long. For me to be stuck in prison, chatting over a dirty bucket? Well, not exactly. Still, it's a step in the right direction. Yeah, whatever. I didn't have a choice this time, but I won't be doing this again. But why not? I don't want to move on. Noah, I'm not saying you have to move on completely or forget about him, but I said I don't want to. Right. Maybe it's just me, but I think that's a little childish. Like, if I died, if I passed away, whether it be from something tragic or just health reasons, the last thing I would want is for someone to stay stuck in this depressive stasis forever. 2 metal balls hanging from the ceiling motionless. Can you do something helpful, please? No, I need you to lock in real quick. I wonder if I can take down these weights. What for? It's a last resort, buddy. Oh, loose brick. I didn't even see that. Girl. Noah tapped gently along the wall with his screwdriver, listening to the sound it made. It doesn't sound hollow. Just how far does this dream extend? How big is his imagination? Okay, do I need to put it away and then do it? Oh, yeah. The room was cold, chilling the inhabitants down to their bone. The cool stone of the walls reminded them they weren't welcome. Noah reached up and ran his fingers over them, freezing to the touch. The moisture clung to his skin. It feels just as lifelike as I remember. You said you used to do this a lot, didn't you? Are they always like this? Like what? So hostile? I thought the people around me Wait, what? I saw the people around me at their worst. I thought I knew some... blah, 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 blah. I thought I knew to some extent how unwanted I was. As it turned out, that was only a fraction of how they really felt. The truths people keep to themselves, the secrets they hold, the way they truly think about you. You'll find them all here. So yes, they're all like this in a way. No, and not everyone's like that. Everyone that's left is like that. Is Kane chopped liver to you? I'm such a hard Kane stan because you are so unbelievably unappreciative of the friend you have. Like, that is insane. Even if everyone in the world has it out for you, he's the one freaking person who doesn't, and you treat him like it doesn't exist. And it's honestly really irritating. I don't even like Noah in the first place already, because he's a Debbie Downer. He's a pathetic little rat boy. I'm pissed off. Justice for Kane! Justice for Kane! A stone shifted beneath Noah's palm as he ran his fingers across the gray dark wall. The stone is loose. Can you pull it out? No, it's still too heavy. There must be something around here we could use to break it. Let's keep looking. Alright, and Noah? I would never do anything to hurt you. You know that. Yeah, maybe. I'll get you. There's about to be live footage of me getting you. Can I use this? So that's how it is. How what is? The ball and chains hanging from the ceiling. They line up perfectly with those loose bricks. Nice job, I hadn't noticed. Let's give it a go. With some effort, Noah pulled the heavy brick back as far as he could and let it go. It sailed through the air before crashing into the bricks and smashing it to pieces. Good job. Thanks! Initially excited, Noah frowned to himself before he composed his face. I mean, it's no big deal. We just gotta get out of here. He still did a good job, though. There's nothing wrong with being happy about that. This isn't the place to be happy. There's nothing wrong with happiness. No, for real. He thinks that he, can't feel joy now that his friend is gone. I'm like, that's absolutely insane. Your friend would want you to be miserable just because he's dead. Like, that's so, I don't know. It's annoying to think about for me. I get people deal with grief in different ways, but I'm like, get over yourself. Like, you think, I'm assuming it's August that's dead. That's my assumption. If August is dead, this person you think is this bright, sunshine, happy, bright person, you think that he would have wanted you to be miserable all the time and to think that your life's not worth anything and that everyone hates you and all that stuff? You think he'd want you to think that? I can tell that he doesn't. So why are you doing all that? That's crazy. I'm irritated, girlies. I'm irritated. With precision, Noah raised the screwdriver to 4 screws in the corner of the grates, quickly removing them from the wall. I knew that screwdriver would come in use eventually. Kane? No kidding. But what's behind the grate? Girl, it's a box! No, stop! Noah stared at the unknown item that he had uncovered behind the grate, screwdriver still in hand. He raised it almost as if protecting himself. Oh, okay. Maybe... My bad. I thought it had, I was trying to open it. Let's take a look at it before you try to take it to bits with that, alright? Right. If you're worried, I can take a look. No, it's fine. I'll take a look. He is down bad for you. It's crazy. Unappreciative little stink. Noah and Kane approached the hole in the wall to find a small, square box. Tentatively, Noah reached out and picked it up. Small. The thing looked huge. He turned it around in his grasp. There didn't seem to be anything noteworthy on its surface, except for 4 unmarked buttons on the front. Wait. What is this supposed to be? Good question. He pressed a few of the buttons, but nothing eventful happened. Do you think we have to press them in the right order? Probably. Nothing's easy. How are we meant to guess? It could be anything. There should be some clues around the room. That's how dreams usually work, hopefully. Kane nodded in response. His eyes caught on the small box. Or we could just try to smash it. And if it has something breakable in it? Right. Well, I'm sure we have half a brain between us, but we could work it out. Speak for yourself. Can I look at the puzzle? Oh, okay. Yeah, great. 8 digits long. Okay. I'm assuming it's either this, 8 digits long. Ooh. Are you okay? I'm fine, it just shocked me a little. Okay, let me take over. It's fine, I've got this. Oh, so it was wrong. Okay, good. Let me write this down. I was looking at this. Let me in. So I was going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but it shocked me and said no. So that's interesting. Let me lock in really quick. Okay, that pencil can be empty. You're right. I just, I was just gonna take notes or whatever. 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 It's fine. So it's 15, 28, 37, 46. That's what I did, right? I just want to make sure. I'm gonna do it again. It's gonna shock me, but... yeah, okay. Close it. I don't know right now, so we'll figure it out. So that's that. Can I just look at it? Can I just, please? Can I? No, stared at the numbers that grace the guard's schedule, his eyes almost boring holes into the sheet of parchment paper. This must be connected. Okay, great. Can you show me the paper, please? Thank you. There we go. I just don't know how that would go with that box. 7 to 1, 4 to 8, 6 to 2. I keep saying that. 2 to 6, and 1 to 7. 7 to 1. 4 to 8. 2 to 6. 1 to 7. Oops. Uh-huh. Let me actually write it down. 7 to 1. 4 to 8. 2 to 6. 1 to 7. I just don't understand how that's relevant in any shape or form. 7 to 1. I did that wrong. I did it wrong. Close again. Wait, hold on. No, okay, great. Yeah, that was kind of a long shot. No, just close it. Okay, right, and then there's the box with buttons. 7 to 1. Yeah, right. In the drawer. Okay, so I don't actually have the thing to do this puzzle yet. What did this one say about the hint? Oh, okay. Combine them? This doesn't seem right. In what sense? Wait, what? Hold on. Which button corresponds to which number on the wall? For the answer, I don't want the answer. I just want the hints. You can find which button corresponds to which number on the wall. Oh, it's over. It was 15. Oh. So, 7, 1, 4, 8. Oh, my bad. I need to start over. My bad. Do it again. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. I hate puzzles. I'm so bad at them. It's not even funny. So it's 7, 1, 4, 8, 2, 6, 1, 7. Slay. I wouldn't have gotten that on my own without the hints, I'm gonna be honest. The box in Noah's hands dinged lightly before the box opened, revealing what was inside. A key? A key? This is too easy, though. Way too easy. Speak for yourself, nerd. What do you mean? Noah stared at it, untrusting. Seriously. Sometimes things can just be easy. Come on. This is something to celebrate about. I guess so. Fine, let's try it out. A sigh escaped Noah's lips as he rubbed the back of his neck, eyes darting away from Cain. Is something wrong? No, nothing's wrong. It's just... Ugh, it doesn't matter. Don't let me be hanging like that. Thanks for being here, I guess. A look of surprise crosses Cain's face at Noah's honest words. Well, it's not like I had much choice, but I'd come with you anytime. I'd just rather not come back here, to be honest. Yeah, me too. I think it's probably the most you've ever spoken to me in years, you know. Sorry. I think, it's probably targeting people who are related to what happened to him. So his dad, the teacher. Okay, so we have a key now. Use the key here. Here. Yeah. The key slipped in with a soft click before opening. Of course it opens the drawer. Yeah, why would it open the... what? Maybe there'll be another key inside? Only one way to find out. With a creaking hollow sound, the drawer opened. Inside was bare, except for... gloves? Really? What is it? Well... Cain scratched his... Cain scratched his face awkwardly, his gaze facing away. Noah followed the sight until it landed on something he wanted to ignore. Fantastic. Wait, what's that? Looking down, Noah noticed something else. Something scratched into the wood. Let's take a closer look at that. Okay, I'm assuming... Stop. What is it? Left, left, right, right. Left, right, right, right. Okay, right. Okay, hold on, right. Yeah, right, yeah. Yeah, right. You're so right for that. Left, right. right. These are totally the knobs. What do you think this is supposed to mean? Well, that's a good question. Well, whether we can work it out or not, right now or not, I think it's probably important. No kidding. You know, sometimes helpful. Actually, you know what? I don't want to agree with Noah. Me and Noah are having a personal fight right now. I'm that little thing in the back of his head going, you smell, you stink. Oh yeah, sorry. I need to put the gloves on. And then, there we go. I can't believe I'm doing this. The offer still stands if you want me to give it a go instead. No, I can at least do this much for myself. There's nothing wrong with depending on me. With a slight frown, Noah discarded any response he had for Cain and dipped his hand into the bucket. So? Slowly, as if he was scared to find out exactly what he grabbed a hold of, he pulled the object out into sight. A bottle. The glass was darkened and dirty, hiding whatever was inside of it. Cain leant in close as the cork was removed. Noah flipped the bottle over, letting the contents fall out onto the rock ground with a clack. Facing upwards from the ground was a tiny hexagon with a crescent moon design. Not what I was expecting, honestly. That's exactly what I was hoping it was. This better have been worth it for sticking my hand in that filth. That bucket was only used for a ceiling leak. It's just been sitting there for a while. Oh, so you just waited until now to tell me that? Looks like you got all worked up for nothing, eh? You really just waited that long to be a jerk, huh? Didn't you, Stinky? Okay. The puzzle piece locked into place alongside the others, waiting to be turned. Well, that's that fixed. Okay, so it said left, left, right, right, left, right, 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 right. Duh! The 4 buttons locked into place with a click. Kane and Noah leaned over it, waiting for something to happen. It's not really as satisfying as that other puzzle is. Maybe if it made a noise. Well, it doesn't matter. Let's just see what's inside this thing. A candle? Interesting. Noah freezed in place. That voice, that same voice. It never changed. Noah, you don't have to talk to him if you don't want to. I don't have much of a choice if I want to get out of here. What is it? I didn't mean to. All this time I just wanted to see you again, to Well, here I am, and this means nothing because this isn't really you. You're acting sorry for yourself, that's all. Do you think you're the victim here? Do you think I have to forgive you just because you want me to? No, I'd rather you sit there and feel sorry for yourself. Don't bother talking to me unless you're gonna help us leave. I don't know whether your anger is justified or not. The man chained to the wall shuffled in place. The metal scraped against stone, a sound so jarring and discomforting that Kane couldn't help but shift from foot to foot. As Noah turned towards the sound, a scene came to mind. Outside, the sun high in the sky, someone stood in front of the classroom, writing something on a whiteboard. He tapped his pen against the desk as his teacher's voice came into the background. He glanced to the side. A boy with blonde hair and round glasses glanced back at him and smiled. The scene fell away into nothingness. And in its place was his childhood teacher, huddled on the floor, completely alone. Noah turned away from the shell of a man and to the bedside table. On it, bolted down, was a small lantern. He quickly dipped his candle into it, lighting the wick immediately. The flame flickered from side to side. Noah's breath caught in his throat. Freedom. Slay, what does the lit candle do for us? Now what? I fear to ask. Noah and Kane rushed towards the locked door, their palms sweaty. Mom spaghetti. Noah raised the key towards the keyhole, his hand shaking. Damn it. What kind of sick joke is this? Just to imagine a key in a locked room that doesn't unlock the door? I knew it couldn't be this easy. After all this time, he's still messing up my life. Don't panic yet, okay? We'll be alright. There's another way out, I'm sure of it. I wish I could share your optimism. You couldn't have optimism if someone punched you in the face with it. Stink. Leave it to me. I've always been the brighter one out of the two of us anyways. Dang. You just stay over there in your pessimistic corner, alright? A shuffling sound came from behind the two figures. They both turned in surprise. The man chained to the ground looked up for the first time since they'd arrived. He stared directly at Noah, his gaze unwavering. Guy, he don't want to talk to you. His eyes were red and swollen. Just looking at him filled one with undeserved sense of guilt. Noah. Huh, what do you want? I've wanted to talk to you all this time. Mid-sentence, tears began running down his face again. The voice was fractured and broken, a reflection of the man he had become. Don't pay too much attention to him. He's a little off right now. There's nothing for us to talk about anyways. It wasn't me. Oh, okay, great. It wasn't him. So now what? This is it. What is what? What are you doing? This is our only choice, look. Noah pointed towards the key, which hung from a thin rope that fell to the stone ground. Around it, some kind of dark liquid. You're gonna put everything here on throwing a candle towards a rope? Don't you think it looks like oil? If it catches fire, the key drops to the ground. We should be able to reach it. Right. Alright, I trust you. Let's do this. Noah swallowed hard. Calming his shaking hand, he held tight to the lit candle, sizing up just how far he had to throw it. And there. Gently, as to not put it out before it even reached the rope, Noah tossed it towards the key. In an instant, the puddle of oil went up in flames, and the rope quickly followed suit. Moments later, the key fell to the stone floor with a clang, almost bouncing towards Noah. He reached between the bars as far as he could, to the point where his shoulder ached from being pressed to the hard metal. And finally, it was in his grasp. A key made of dark, rusted metal sat against his palm. He clutched it to his chest. Yes! You got it? As he stood from the ground, Cain wrapped an arm over Noah's shoulders, pulling him in, almost ruffling his hair. I've never doubted you for a second. Oh, hey, get off me. Something about the scene playing out in a dimly lit, dirty prison inside of a dream made Noah feel nostalgic. Like nothing had ever changed. Well, it's your fault that it changed. Like he was a school kid with all the hope and future ahead of him. His smile fell from his face as the weight of the future at his present suddenly weighed on him. The feeling, this nostalgia, how could he feel it? How could he dare to feel it? To feel happiness? He pulled away from Cain and brushed his clothes off. Come on, I'll unlock his chains. Cain, who was smiling alongside Noah, also paused his excitement. He scratched the back of his head as if embarrassed for his sudden outburst. Right, that's why we're here anyway. It's time to go, Mr. Floyd. Can I really leave? Noah knelt down and quickly unlocked the chains that held the man down. His wrists were bloodied and bruised. Yes, it's time to leave. For reasons unknown, even to himself, Noah reached out to help his old teacher up from the ground. Mr. Floyd's face was filled with emotions, none of which seemed to win over the others. His mouth opened and closed, then opened and closed once again. He had something to say. He had many things to say, but nothing escaped his lips. Noah turned back to the man and walked back towards the locked door. The key slid effortlessly into the lock, and the door opened. Yo, we ate that up! Period. At the same time, the world began to fall apart around them. The walls fell, the floors cracked, and the cell shook as if it wanted to tear itself apart from reality. Mr. Floyd looked as if he was reaching out to Noah. His mouth opened, but no words came out as he disappeared, too. Noah grabbed Cain's hand. Run, we gotta go. What's happening? This dream is falling apart. We don't have long. We need to get outside. Hand in hand, the two ran through the twisting corridors, searching for the light that would be their savior as the world rumbled around them. Booms echoed throughout the building, so loud they could feel it in their very cores. Cain's hand and Noah's felt sweaty. Noah was sure his felt the same. His legs burned. His muscles screamed out in pain, begging for relief. When had been the last time he'd run like this? The music's going crazy right now. Probably after... There, the door. They sprung out of the door into the world outside, just in time to watch the entire castle fall down into a heap, then get sucked out of existence. The world outside looked much the same as when they first arrived, but soon it wouldn't. Soon, too, it would collapse and disappear. A fleeting dream that could never truly exist. Let's go. How do we get out of here? If we go back to where we came in, that should be the way. The two turned to leave, but someone stood in their way. A man with blonde hair and deep green eyes. Yo, it's that nerd. Heyo, I thought you were dead, but I guess you're not. Actually, you look different. Oh, maybe he is dead. The two men froze, their mouths hung open. Can we have this surprise when the world's not falling apart? I don't care if this man has come back from the dead. We need to go. Their mouths hung open with surprise, and their eyes were so wide it wouldn't have been a surprise to either of them if they simply burst out of their heads. The man smiled softly, a sweet smile that reminded them of a sunflower in full bloom, a sweet smile that could only belong to one person. August? Noah looked at Noah with sadness in his eyes. Noah had a million questions running through his mind, a million things he wanted to say, a million things he wanted to do, but his mouth wouldn't cooperate. He couldn't say a single word. How many times had he gone over a situation like this in his head? How many speeches had he prepared? Were he ever to see August again? Tears formed in the corners of his eyes. Kane continued to stare, deep in confusion. Who? How? Is he part of the dream? Mr. Floyd knew him well, so it wouldn't be a surprise. But he looked so whole, so real. Who are you? My name is Crow. Who are you? He waited for those words he wished for so dearly. For him to be real, for him to be August. I am nobody, just a wanderer. You two had best be going now before you cease to exist along with the rest of this world. You know a little too much to be someone living in this world, buddy. The boy named Crow smiled at them, the same gentle smile that Noah knew so well. He wanted to run back to him, to ask him all those millions of questions. But instead, he felt a tug at his hand. Kane, I'll get you. Oh, I'll get you. I'm so suspicious. I'm like, that's weird. That's weird to be here. Noah, we have to go. But when Noah looked back, he was gone. Just before the world turned on itself, Kane and Noah escaped. That's crazy. Suspicious. The same falling feeling, the same deep fear in his stomach. And then he was back home, in reality, where he was alone. What? Where'd Kane go? Would he just disappear and vanish off the planet? When Noah had opened his eyes, he was once again in his house, sitting in front of an easel. On it, a half-completed painting, green fields that twisted into something sinister, something beyond reason. He lifted his brush once again, and this time every stroke came with ease. It was as if it was spilling from his very soul onto the canvas, each and every drop of paint reflected in him. That ease was something he hadn't felt in far too long. But his mind was elsewhere. Crow. If Kane hadn't, I could have asked you those millions of questions. I could have felt you again. Even if... Don't blame him. That man was not real. Quit playing. And the world was falling apart. What, do you want to die? I know you do, but like, girl, even if we could only chat for a little while, that would have been enough. No, it wouldn't have been. I'm telling you right now, it would not have been. Is it you? He looked just like you. His smile reminded me so much of yours. Crow, in August, please. A knock sounded from the front door. For some reason, Noah stood from his painting and opened it. Something in the past he would have simply ignored. Perhaps his mind was still too occupied for him to consider what he was doing. Perhaps when he opened the door, somewhere deep inside him he hoped to see a certain someone, with a smile like spring and eyes as deep as a forest. But the person on the other side of his door was a man he'd never seen before. That man with white hair pushed past Noah into his house. Why did you let him into your house? Noah stood still in shock, his eyes following the man in disbelief. He is in your house now. What is wrong with you? Oh, he's pretty. Oh, he has that thing going on. He kicked over a few canvases from a forgotten couch in the corner of the room and sat down, making himself at home. That's rude. Only a moment later, he picked up the remote and turned on the TV, kicking his legs up onto an abandoned painting. That's rude. What? What are you doing? Get out or I'll call the police. Your phone service got cut off. Oh, it was flat and matter of fact. I'll note it. I'll do that next time. And how would you know that? I saw the disconnection notice in your trash. Noah shut the door and approached the man, filled with apprehension. Who the hell just comes into someone's house, sits on their couch, and turns on the TV? What's going on? All right, who are you? Ivan. Noah finally got a good look at this Ivan. His hair was bleached and completely white, and his eyes were different colors. His clothes were strange, as if he belonged on a catwalk instead of surrounded by all this mess. I was going to notice the tattoos first, but maybe that's just me. Still, he had no trouble making himself at home. We're not even going to notice the tattoos? They're right there. What are you talking about? Wasn't the whole thing like blue flower tattoos? He leaned back into the couch, completely uninterested in Noah. His eyes rested on the TV, his expression bored. What's going on? Finally, Noah noticed it. And we'll see what he noticed in the next one. I don't know what kind of drama's going on. I think we're supposed to be slowly figuring it, because it's a mystery game, right? So I think we're slowly supposed to piece together what's happening as the game's going on. So far, it seems like the professor allegedly I guess, ratted out the kids to the parents about them being, I'm assuming, gay. I'm assuming that's it. And possibly, maybe I would assume that August may or may not have taken his own life. Someone may have killed him, but I don't think that's it. And he blames the professor for it, but he didn't do it. I don't know. Drama, but it seems interesting. I'm gonna get Noah, though. I hope you know that. I'm a Kane supporter for life. Kane! That's it. That's all I have. So, I hope you're enjoying, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.